Second down and 3. Once again, it's Warren. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is first down.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Set to go now on first and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Fields. Down inside the 10. And he's into the end zone. Jaylen Warren. Touchdown, Steelers. For quarterbacks, there are so many stats we use to measure a good season. This is one of them. 30 touchdowns. That was number 30 on the year. Oh, do you believe it? It's no good. That is his first extra point miss of the season. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Here comes the return from a yard or two deep. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. On the ground to start the drive, it's Achane. And he'll get 4 here, up to the 24-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. Watson to throw. That's caught downfield by Smith. It'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line. A tight end in motion now. On the ground is Achane.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
That is hauled in at the 5. And he's in. Touchdown, Miami. And hold on to that football, young man. That's a keeper. His first NFL touchdown. The extra point by Sanders is good. And the Dolphins are on the board. It's now 13-7. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. And this one is fielded in the end zone. Will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. First and 10. On the ground, it's Warren to start the drive. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Fields. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
What really stood out about that last play is the job the quarterback did keeping his eyes downfield despite the pocket collapsing around him. He was able to shake off that first guy, but by the
picked up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
On 1st and 10, it's Warren. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down. It'll go down as a loss of 2.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
He'll let it go deep left sideline. He's got it. And he will go all the way. Darnell Washington. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. His 2nd catch of the game. And both have gone for touchdowns. Boswell adds the extra point. And the Steelers add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. In motion is Hill. They'll start on the ground. It's Achane. He'll work his way forward for about 3 yards. That's Alex Highsmith in for the tackle. 2nd and 7. Back to throw is Watson. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
Just a little bit too much juice on that one, and you just can't throw the ball out of bounds. Give your receiver a chance to go up and compete for the ball, but when you miss that far wide, he's got no shot.
They'll motion the tight end, Smith. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. A throw left side, going to be intercepted. Picked off by Dante Jackson. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
I know it doesn't seem like a ton of yards on top of that pick, but that was really well done. I mean, it's just going to make life so much easier now as the offense takes the field, trying to capitalize off of that turnover.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Fields to throw. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing.
I hope we all appreciate just how difficult it is to throw the ball that well while on the run. And the way they teach it, Mike, is kind of cool. They actually teach the quarterback to disconnect your upper body from your lower body. Just keep your feet moving, and however your arm times up, just let it rip. And he does it about as well as you can ask.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Now, Fields. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Fields. That is going to be Ball in, he's got it. George Pickens. Touchdown, Steelers. He has done it again. That is 4 touchdown passes in this first half. Greg, he might skip halftime with the way he's performing right now.
Yeah, and Mike, this passing attack is just really unstoppable. I mean, it is just remarkable the success he's been able to have. We're not even at halftime yet. He finds himself on record pace. I can't wait to see what he does the rest of this game.
This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. On first down, Watson. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. He was looking for Devon Achane coming out of the backfield. And it'll bring up second down.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down. Shotgun snap to Watson. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
I would love to see his weapons do a better job, Mike, especially in the middle of the field, getting open in these zones. I just feel like there's been tight coverage, a lot of little windows to throw through, and yes, anytime you turn the ball over, it's on the quarterback, but the rest of this supporting unit needs to do a better job helping.
A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
I think that's one of those cases where he just tried to put a little bit too much on it and fit it into that window, Mike, and sails it high. Give his guy a chance to bring that one down. Put that ball on his chest and help him secure that catch. At this level,
in trouble, and down he goes. Jalen Phillips that time, in there for the sack. Now Miami going to use the second of their timeouts, and they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go until halftime. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Throwing is Fields. Going for it all. It hangs up a bit too much. It's intercepted. Picked off by Kader Kohou. And he covers some ground on the return as well. Out of bounds, past the 40-yard line.
So the first part of any interception is just end up with the ball in your hands, right? That's what every defensive coordinator wants. But anytime you can get yards on the return, that's just an added bonus. And that's what we see here. There's a little space, does a great job securing the catch, and all of those yards just set up for better field position as their offense takes the field.
On first down, it's Watson. He's going to look deep for Tyreek. Now here's another ball that's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
First down, Fields. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction. These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball at.
A throw left side, going to be intercepted. It is picked off by the rookie safety. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the goal line. Nearly a pick six, but he does set up the offense with 1st and goal.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates.
And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Dolphins. That is a dream scenario. The offense hands the ball 1st and goal. And, Greg, they take it to the end zone for 6.
They're not going to have many easier drives than that, Mike. I mean, to get the ball, not only in a short field, but in a goal-to-go situation, you don't get a lot of those chances. You have to cash them in, and that's exactly what they were able to do.
The extra point by Sanders is good. And the Dolphins are able to cut into the deficit. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the 1st half. And the kickoff's coming their way. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Back to throw is Fields. That's over the middle and taken in by Freiermuth. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire 1st half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
Fields now to throw on 1st down. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with the lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
2nd down, it's Fields. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend. So give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
He's going to be taken down as time runs out on this 1st half of play. Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the 2nd half. Pretty interesting 1st half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this 2nd half gets underway. From the pistol, here's Achan. And the defense right on that. I don't know if keeping would have done any better. No gain on that one.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep.
And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Well, Mike, I think it's pretty clear what the message was by this head coach at halftime. He said, listen, guys, we're behind. We're trailing. We're going to come out early in this second half and be aggressive from the get-go and cut into this deficit. But oftentimes, reckless decision-making, over-aggressive play calling leads to turnovers. Now, this defense finds themselves heading back out onto the field a little earlier than expected, but they need to hold serve and keep this score right where it is.
He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. That's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
Inside the 10, it is caught. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
And nothing develops there. It'll stay right at the 5-yard line. No gain on that one. Here now, second down and goal. Off the play action, here's Fields. Oh, he pumps up the football. It's picked up by the Dolphins. Those are the places on the field where the defense wants to come up with the big plays, and that was one. Down deep, get to the quarterback, knock it out, and come up with the recovery.
Mike, this is one of those times where I think for a quarterback, they get caught in between. Do I want to be a runner and take it in myself? Do I have time to let my wide receivers develop in the end zone? I think he holds on to it just a little too long. The defense pokes it free and creates a huge turnover.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. A run up the middle with Achan. And he proves tough to bring down. Good running across midfield. A gain of 8 that time. Here's second and 2. Here's Watson. This throw right side is caught by Hill. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Second and a yard. Off the bootleg, here's Watson. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. 17 yards that time to number 17. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work first and 10. In motion, it's Waddle. Again, it's Watson. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency?
He is in. Devon Achan. Touchdown, Miami. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. Calvin Austin now from his own end zone. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Out of the pistol, Warren. And he'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
And he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. Play is made on defense by Jordan Brooks. They'll come up on a second down and 8. From the shotgun, it's Fields. He's got Fryermuth open on the left side.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
Here's third down and a few inches. They go play action with Fields. And that is incomplete.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
They'll run the sneak. And he's going to have the Steelers first down. They managed to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Mike, I think the way we've seen the NFL going these past couple years is I think all these quarterbacks, they love when the call comes in for the sideline for quarterback sneak. Hey, coach, put the game on my shoulders. With this offensive line, I'm going to pick up this first down, and that's exactly what they did.
That is hard. And he is short of the goal line, but they are in business at the 1-yard line.
When he continues to play at this level, Mike, it just makes this team so hard to beat. It's the combination of leading both long, sustained drives.
Good blocking, and he's in. Jaylen Warren, touchdown Pittsburgh. Second touchdown of the game. Season total now up to 5. Working out of the gun, it's Fields. And for a third time today, he's intercepted. And the Dolphins will get the ball at their own 17-yard line. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. Here's first and 10. Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. So, 3 quarters. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. They'll motion the tight end, Smith. On the handoff, this is HN. And that'll give him a first down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. Second and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
They'll stay on the ground with Achane. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
We spend so much time talking about quarterbacks and the special plays that they can make, and of course that's a big part of playing quarterback in the NFL, but also, can you avoid the bad plays? Do you know when the fight is over and live to play another down? Don't take that sack. Throw the ball away, get back out there on 3rd down, and give yourself a chance.
He's going to air this one out, looking for Hill. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill there, and that'll set up 4th down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Hill brought in motion. Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. He's got his man. It's Hill. And he will have a Dolphins 1st down. They come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving. And then some. From the shotgun, here's Watson. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just...
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
He'll look middle here. It's caught by Hill. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up 4th down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
They snap it to Watson. Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. That's into the hands of T.J. Watt, and the Steelers are going to get the football at their own 40.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
A carry here for Warren. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They put Pickens in motion. They'll get creative here on the jet sweep. And nowhere to go on that one. They lifted him up and threw him down behind the line. Here's 3rd and 7. Fields from the pistol. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
All these stops are great. You're trying to cut back into this deficit, find your way back into this game. But the defense can make as many stops as they want, Mike. This game's going to come down to what does their offense do when they take the field.
Oh, how about the coverage there. Met and dropped before he can get a return going.
At their own 42-yard line.
Now, first down throw for Watson. And this ball batted away and incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one. He's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
That's good for a Miami Dolphins.
On 1st and 10, here's Watson. Sending it deep for Waddle. And he's just throwing ducks up there. Another ball intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 41-yard line.
Well, Mike, this is entering the wrong kind of rarefied air. I mean, as in, it's only happened a handful of times since the turn of the millennium rare. It's an entire season's worth of picks thrown in just one game. I think at this point, you junk the playbook, you light it on fire, and we're just going to start from scratch next week.
Not much develops there. We get this to about the 43. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll drop to throw. Down the field, he's got Washington. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
The most valuable real estate on the field, Mike, that every offense is trying to attack is the middle of the field. So when you have a tight end who's as good as this guy and you can get vertical down the middle, man, that is a nightmare for these defenses to deal with. So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the fourth quarter, which typically means I had the lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
One final chance for this defense. And here's 3rd down. He stopped at the 11, but that is enough. A first down picked up as they are getting close.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
So this one, a win for the visiting Steelers. They bounce back from the loss last